Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So this is the Forex update for the day. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, we will go straight over to those charts. Just realized it's not even morning here anymore. It's nearly 1 o'clock. So good afternoon, you guys in the UK. And if it is morning where you are, yeah, good morning. So yeah, Euro US dollar first. So yeah, as you can see, yesterday we pushed up above this high, basically, to recent highs, and we are at the moment holding up there basically. So is this going to be a sort of bull flag and then we'll get a continuation? Are we going to play out this range here, or is this sort of going to be a fake out above here and we come back down? My guess would be we are going to we're going to basically trade in this range, trade sideways to up. The trend is it's clearly still your friend. It's prop price up, supported by the daily 21 and this horizontal. If we look at the 4-hour time frame, I believe we had this 9 coming in yesterday. What's the bet in that was it there? Oh, it wasn't. It was just before it. But yeah, so we had the 4-hour 9 come in. So yeah, we did basically break above this resistance. Got the 4-hour 9, seen a bit of sideways. So in reality, well, continuation realistically above the highs of these candles. I mean, I wouldn't even necessarily look for the high of that wick there. Maybe just these wicks here. Yeah, continuation above there. I would expect more upside, and the next level is obviously the level that we have drawn in. So that is where I would be expecting that market to go. On the 12-hour, anything of note here on the 12-hour? No, we're not going to run into any 12 hours or daily TDs anytime soon. Let's have a quick glance at the weekly. Yeah, a couple of weeks before we've got a weekly 9, and just out of just more of a completion really. We look at the monthly, and nothing TD wise on the monthly. So yeah, realistically, trend is your friend. We've had a bit of sideways here in a rectangular box, which we talk about in a lot of our videos. Consolidation at highs in a rectangular box and then breaking out. Yeah, so over to cable. Cable again, similar pattern, broken out the top. This one is a little bit weaker though, back tested. We're currently sat at that horizontal. So I mean, again, it's going to be a little bit of a fake out and come down. I mean, my guess would be no. My guess would be we'll get supported here. But I mean, you can clearly see by the moving averages, this is not as strong an uptrend as the others. So I mean, that stands to reason why we are not necessarily seeing as bullish price action today. But we could easily fall back in this range, guys, for this asset, because like I said, we are not as bullish as we are in Euro USD. So yeah, we could fall back into here. But I mean, you'd have to give the trend the benefit of the doubt. And yeah, you'd kind of expect us to get supported here and play out the zone. Let's see. Well, it's not really a zone actually. There's not really a lot, really, just a range. Yeah, you can see we did get a 4-hour 9, which offered sideways to weakness in the trend. So I mean, again, it's pretty simple. It's like what we've just drawn in the other chart. Take out those highs, and then yeah, upside. We will have a look. We'll go to a weekly, see if we can look at any historical horizontal relevance. It's hard to see where to draw this exactly. Yeah, potentially along here, potentially here as a target, potentially there. We'll zoom that back out to the daily, see how that kind of looks. Yeah, I mean, it's not a massive target, as in it's not massively away from where price is now. But yeah, it is a level of importance. I just can't get that straight no matter what I do. Here we go. There we go. That is straight. Yeah, and we'll draw another one across here just because obviously that's the one I've just drawn. Right, forget it, guys. I can't really give you many upside targets realistically from where we are. Yeah, so we'll just have to play this. We'll have to play this as if it goes up. If it goes up, we'll have to play that 4-hour. Yeah, we saw the 4-hour 9 and 12-hour. 12-hour not to why did I say that before it came up? I looked at this and thought, no, there's no way we've got a 9 candle here. We've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles up, but we obviously started the count here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, we have got a 12-hour 9, and that 12-hour 9 is currently pulling price back. So yeah, I mean, that just say to me anyway, which we do on the 4-hour, breaking above there, upside. But yeah, this 9 could take us down, could take us back into this range. We could lose this horizontal, and then yeah, like I said, this pair's not as bullish. We could end up playing out this range for a bit longer. Dollar index, the dollar index, the infamous dollar index, the infamous driver of all markets. Here it is. So yeah, I mean, we're open and close. We closed below. We're open below. I mean, we're going to close below again. Are we going to get? I mean, it wouldn't be supported. Are we just going to start going up? For no apparent reason. I mean, obviously charts can do whatever they want. They can do anything that they want. So, but would this be looking like a bear flag? Are we in no man's territory? Is 88 a target? The answer for me is yes to all those questions. Did we get anything? Yeah, we had this 4-hour 9. So, I mean, I would just say, yeah, 4-hour 9 holding us up. Yeah, realistically above here, but test some upside. But realistically, a back test would be what I'd be looking for, and a reject. But where should we say the continuation down is? We'll put it here. Yeah, that looks nice. Lose this level, and then yeah, it's just resumption down. This is as weak as you like. There are record short positions in this asset though, but they also were lots of long positions in Euro US dollar prior to it making a big move up. So sometimes those professionals are right, sometimes those professionals are wrong. So you can't look into it and say, well, if they are all short, we are going up. Sadly, it's not as simple as that. But don't get me wrong though, when you have lots of people short, it does give you that potential to have a big rally up, clearly, because there's a lot of obviously short open interest that will start to take profits or cover positions if it does start to go up. So that is that dynamic. But yeah, it's not really traders. Well, I think, can you say it's traders? It is traders driving this. But I mean, what are the traders doing? It wouldn't necessarily be pure speculative traders selling the dollar, speculative currency traders. It could be people that have exposure to the dollar that they weren't previously hedging, and we're just, with all the craziness going on with money printing, etc., they are now actually just taking some hedging against it. They may lose on that hedge. If they lose on that hedge, they'll have a dollar asset or whatever anyway. They're hedging, obviously, so they will be gaining on their dollar assets. So yeah, don't rule out the actual hedgers coming in, because it's looking dicey, guys. This is looking dicey. I would want downside protection if I had exposure to the dollar. Right, euro pound. How is the euro pound doing? Let's go over to the daily. So tightly still in this range, guys. Nothing really to see here. I mean, we nearly got to a 9, rallied basically on what was the 9 candle. But yeah, realistically, not much going on in there. Aussie dollar, Swiss franc, looking like it's making a nice move up today. So yeah, a bit of a swing failure pattern below this horizontal, got back above and accelerated upwards. So yeah, but again, we're still just in a tight range. Nothing really to do here. No real obvious trades until obviously we break above this range, or I mean, I would say break below this one's more important. Yeah, nothing really TD wise. Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. This one having a little bit of a retrace today. It seems. Well, daily line coming in tomorrow, but yeah, I mean, the market just got to nosebleed highs above here and decided they wanted to retrace a bit. So, yeah, see how that daily 9 comes in. If we trade much lower, we may not get it. We may price flip to a red one anyway, but I would still just only really be looking initially for a back test of this horizontal, maybe some wicks below, but I'd expect this horizontal to potentially offer support. On the 12-hour, did we get a 9 on the 12-hour? Yeah, indecision candle, 12-hour 9. Once we took out the low of that candle, we did see more continuation weakness. Textbook TD trade there, excellent. And we also got weakness off the 4-hour 9, although we did trade higher, but then we did subsequently trade lower. So yeah, US dollar, Japanese yen over to that daily. So yeah, I mean, this is obviously looking weak, got rejected. did a good job of getting above the daily 221, but yeah, got rejected basically by well, what appears to be this horizontal here. Actually, that's a lie. I mean, it basically looks like it got rejected by a 50 period moving average, but that isn't really one that I really look for. This is sort of a trigger zone between the 20 when we are trending either up or down, and they're all splayed out in a nice fashion with a correct slope. Then yeah, between the 21 and the 50 is sort of a trigger zone. But yeah, we are moving down, down again, looking to take out this low, looking to basically go down. Looking to go down, guys. Yeah, and look at that for a great 12-hour 9. And we are coming up on a 12-hour 9 though, so maybe we are going to come and break through here, test this low, and have a swing back up, and maybe come back up to here, form what may be a head and shoulders, and then yeah, before breaking that down. 4-hour 9 as well, holding us up a bit too. So yeah, no wonder the trend is starting to stall where it is now. Yeah, this looks look prime for breakout to the upside. This does. Obviously, if we lose it, we lose it. But yeah, I mean, realistically, this looks like it's coiling up for a move, and you would have to guess that move. You would have to give the benefit of the doubt to the upside for that move. Yeah, for a nice move off the 4-hour 9 there. Yeah, so yeah, this looks like it could be primed for a move. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc on the daily. Not really much to read here, guys. I mean, the moving average, we are in a bearish moving average posture, and we are sort of sat in what would be a sell zone. If I had to take a trade, you put a gun to my head and said trade this now, I would be like, I'll just sell it. I'd sell it. I'll just go short and just target this level, and then probably just have my stop above there. But yeah, no real obvious trade here. We are just, I mean, you can just see we're just in a bit of a pattern. I mean, the obvious trade would obviously be where we'd have to stop, would be to buy once we get above there. But yeah, if you told me to take a trade now, it would be short. But yeah, if you told me to what would I look to trade, it would be basically, oh, realistically, I would short below this level or long basically below this horizontal. So yeah, there you go. 4-hour, nothing to see on the 4-hour. Euro, Japanese yen on that daily. Yeah, just stepping up. Look, can you see? Break above, back test, break above, back test, break above, back test. Now are we going to keep going up, getting guided up by the daily 21? That would have to be the likely scenario. Nothing TD wise to mess with our melons here. We may even have a no, as I say, we may even have a 4-hour 9, but we don't. So yeah, I mean, this is bullish until it isn't. It is bullish until it isn't, guys. Let's draw in this horizontal because it does look relatively perfect, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, I say that, and then when I draw it, it doesn't. But I mean, it does. But obviously, it just looks quite perfect here. So maybe we will see some more sideways into this horizontal, into this trend line. Not horizontal, into that trend line. US dollar, Canadian dollar, just looking weak. Look at it, losing levels. This didn't even attempt to make a triple bottom. It won't bounce. Well, it maybe hold back a bit there, but yeah, just slammed down. There's nothing to catch us on the daily. Nothing to catch us on the 12-hour. Yeah, we had a bit of a bounce off the 4-hour 9, but we've now subsequently taken that out. So this looks very much like it's heading down. Nice daily moving average posture. Death cross, 200 period looking to move down, guided down by the 21. I mean, this is just a this is a trend. This is a trend, guys. This is a trend, and we dropped out of this descending triangle as well. Dropped out of the descending triangle, basically hit the target of that on a daily 9, bounced up a bit, played some sideways, and resuming our way down. Aussie dollar, New Zealand US dollar, Aussie dollar, US dollar. Yeah, again, this is a trend. Yeah, I mean, we are back testing this, but we're above this horizontal, so I would expect this to go up, basically. 12-hour. What is going on this 12-hour? 12-hour 9 coming in at the underside of this trend line. So maybe we are going to see some weakness here. We'll have to watch that in real time because this candle is still has got 8 hours to play out. So more than half its candle left. A lot more than half its candle. It's basically got 9 hours. So yeah, we'll have to see how we react off this 12-hour 9. New Zealand dollar, US dollar, looking like it's having a bit of a move up. Yeah, I mean, we had this level here that we obviously didn't extend, but it was clearly of importance. So that has saved the price for the time being. But yeah, now we're back above here. Realistically, we are looking good, for more move upwards. In all fairness, 10 hour. Don't know why I've clicked to the 10 hour. I meant to click to the 12 hour. Yeah, we had a 12 9. I'm sure I saw a daily 9. No, we nearly got to the daily. No, we didn't nearly get to the daily 9. I take it back. 4 hour. Yeah. Blasted through that 4 hour 9. So we are looking good. We're looking bullish. I think we will test this and maybe break through. US dollar, Swiss franc. A little bit of US dollar. Well, a little bit of US dollar strength. Yeah, a little bit of a back test here. I mean, you wouldn't expect this to regain this level, but if it does, you still would expect heavy selling to come in. So yeah, monitor this. It's basically it looks like it's had a stay of execution here, but I mean, that looks to me to be the target without even looking back at where I've generated this level from. Yeah, reasonable. Just a reasonable target. Is a reasonable target. It probably won't happen overnight, but yeah, that is what I would be looking at. Yeah, this is looking weak. I mean, there's nothing bullish about this. It's going to take a lot to reverse this trend. So yeah, the trend again is your friend. Yeah, 12 hour 9, sorry, is maybe what's precipitated this sideways to up. I will get that word right one day. Precipitated, has precipitated this move. Daily US dollar Brazilian real. I believe, did I not say that? What did I say on this? I said that we were now above it and looking like we're going up. Did I say we're going to get rejected from it and come down? What have we got going on TD wise? Yeah, 4 and 9 at that high sent us down. I mean, yeah, we just look like we're back in this range at this high, but obviously we were looking good for a breakout there, but we did get slammed down, and now we're just back in the zone, How is our Mexican peso short trade doing? Yeah, it's there, it's in there, it's hanging in there. If you look on the daily, you can see a bit more clear what's going on. Yeah, I mean, it looks like we're going to take this level out. I would be surprised to see it not, but we have got low, high, low, relative high, low, but that's not a it's not a convincing high, low. Let's put it that way. Yeah, I mean, my bias would be to the downside. US dollar, Turkish lira. We do know we had a daily 9 coming in on this. Which is right there, so not surprised to see some sideways to down in this. If we lose this horizontal, maybe we'll come down to this one. But I think that dude over in Turkey is getting himself into trouble because he is not wanting to borrow EU money, and that is obviously affecting his currency. And he is probably gonna end up with some trouble with the global establishment if he doesn't take those EU bailouts. So that is what I think has been reflected in this chart, because bear in mind this is against the dollar, which is weak, and it is mooning, so they are struggling over there in Turkey. So anyway, so thanks for listening, guys. Remember, this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I will speak to you guys later on today.